nothing. We can't do nothing. We cannot do anything. Do you hear me? Nothing. I hope y'all believe me now when I be telling y'all they do this every time. They do not like the fact that we not listen. Do y'all believe me now when I tell y'all they playing with this social media? Every time that we talk about we knew what was going to happen before it happened, they do that in our life. Every single time. Whenever we start talking about what we knew prior to, they cut the lie. That's why a lot of our videos never made it, because all of them videos, a lot of them videos that they would flag for not being played in other countries, talked about all of this stuff. Everything that's happening now. And I kept telling y'all, like, when we talked about 2020 being the, because remember, we stopped being able to say COVID. Y'all remember? They was flagging our videos for misinformation and all of this kind of crazy stuff. Then they started hitting me with the music things, and it was just, no matter what we talked about, whether it be medical, when we start looking into the government things, when we were looking into stuff about them people over there, they start flagging my live, like, because all of this was about to be in play. If you think about it, all of our searches, whether it be about, who remembers us studying antimony, and we started looking up all the different type of metals and the strength of metals and what metals can be used or blended with other metals. Do y'all remember this? When we was first understanding, when we went through, and we was talking about the giants, and we went through the different types of metals that they extracted and what was used for swords and what was used for this and that, and the weight of these things and how they use that in money. Do y'all remember this? And now they keep talking about these rare metals that they found in Iran, and then the ones they found in Africa as well. And that's funny, because after they found all of the minerals, then it was like all of these wars started breaking out in Africa, just all of a sudden, all of this genocide. Right after they found the electricity rock, a rare mineral, and the other stuff that they need, the cobalt and these different things to run these cell phones and make these screens. Hello. Hey, Mr. Avery. Y'all see it? Greed is what's fueling that. Over the rare earth metals, I'm trying to tell you, in minerals all day long. You said it reminds me of Wakanda. It is. Exact. I told you everything that was going on in Wakanda sounds like America now. Laugh out loud, but seriously, hello. Look at what's happening. Everything that we read about, when we read about the Assyrians coming to take over these people, those wars that were being fought, all of the spirits of their ancestors are coming through them right now. Y'all realize that the old spirits have woken. They're awake. That's why the people that haven't been into it with each other for years and years and years and decades, those spirits, y'all got to think, when they're going behind closed doors, they're conjuring the spirits from before the flood, literally. So why do you think that all of a sudden they picking on this person or that person? Because the spirits, I mean, they never left, but they are now excuse me, they are now inhabiting their bodies. That's why they doing all of this stuff that folks can't believe. Like, that is inhumane. Because demons is running the show right now. Demons are inhumane. They're not. They are vicious and they are cruel and they believe in pain because they feed on fear and energy. All of that. Come on. This. If you watched that show The Exorcist and you saw the episode where the Pope and all of those rich folks was sitting there and they was waiting for the spirit to inhabit their body, they unalived the young men in Chicago to take their organs to do rituals, did they not? Ain't that what they did? To conjure, and get this now. Get this. Now, I hope you paying attention to what I'm about to tell you. They need the black organs to contact the black people's ancestors. Hello. I'm going to say that again. They need the black people's organs. This is why they already know the bloodline of the person. They already know the blood type of the person. They have been watching the person. Those car accidents that just happen a lot of times they don't. Okay. So when they are conjuring these old spirits, melanin is one of the most powerful things in the universe, is it not? It runs everything we see right now. And organs. Oh, okay. Who were the first giants and stuff? Who were the first beast? Hate to say it, but okay. Now, I'm gonna leave that. Anyway, I ain't even gonna say that. But you know how it worked out. When the pigmentation left, there was a lot of things that started. I'm gonna say that in the city of Cain's son. You hear me? You said more than gold and silver. Okay. Good night. Okay. So you don't think that it's odd that in heavily populated black areas, there is a lot of gun violence and drug addiction and all of those things? You don't think that's purposely set up? Because if we need magic and we need to do, and I'm saying not we like me, I'm saying the people that do this, okay? They even have the elites, right, sacrifice their friends. Well, what do they do with the body parts? Because most times they have a Hollywood doctor do the autopsy, do they not? And then you always got somebody saying, I'm embodying the spirit of Blase Skip, Aaliyah, or this or that, or I had a experience with, them and this, that, and the other. I bet you did. They were your pate on your cracker and you know it. Their liver, their spleen, their whatever else it is. If your gift was given by God, but you prostituted it to the devil, it's almost like you gave your gift away, kind of like your birthright, and so somebody else gets to benefit from it. Because we know that you can leave your body and your body can still be on, uh, like, still be alive. People get trapped in the astral plane all the time and people think they're in a coma and they're just locked outside their bodies. And sometimes another entity inhabits that body until they get back in it, like we see in the movies. And then the person comes to and they're like, I had the craziest dream. No, you really lived it. You were just stuck in the astral plane watching like on the TV. 30 years ago, when I lost my leg, I had to sign a statement to have my lower leg cremated and not give it to science. Are you serious? Thank you, Auntie, because I didn't even know we could do that, but that's good to know. 30 years ago, when she lost her leg, she had to sign a statement to have her lower leg cremated and not given to science. Good to know. I never knew that you could do that, but good job. You just put a lot of us on. I'm going to say me, for sure. You just put me on, Auntie, because I did not know. But thank you. I know my mama told me don't put organ donor on your thing, but I realize now you have to request it to be done. Like that TV show on Netflix about the special keys and was in that family house. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is that lock and key? Is that lock and key? Them spirits kept calling to them from the well and whatnot. You said I took mine down after you told us. Yeah. That just leads me to think how many people have not done that right. Interesting. Interesting. My parents both worked in the medical field. They worked in hospitals for over 30 years. So, yeah, when we got our license, they was like, if you don't take that mess off of there. I said, she said, no, you don't. You ain't donating out a damn thing because they already put you as a do not resuscitate when you that you an organ donor. I said, say what? She said, right, they're not going to try to save you. And you young too? No. She said, take that mess off. And we did. And I told my kids, take that mess off of there. I did not know that. They automatically put you as like a do not resuscitate, a DNR. I just took a donor off my license when I renewed in May. They already put you on a DNR because they already know they got people waiting on your organs. So, yep, they don't even try to save you for real. When my mama told me that I start seeing stuff, I was like, oh, that's when you start seeing the mom saying, no, you can't take my baby's organs and this and that. You know, that part and the efforts are a lot less already for the melanated people. And they know our organs is the most. Like they said, the hospital gonna take a person's heart for free and charge the insurance. I just seen a post about this. They gonna take the person, which I knew this. My mama and my daddy told us this, but he or she broke it down like basically the hospital is gonna get like $5 million for this heart or more when they charge the family to dissect their child's body, whether they wanted them to, or the person to dissect their body. They're going to send Medicaid or whoever a fat bill. So they getting paid on both sides because they make the family pay for dissecting this body. And then they're going to sell it to somebody for $5 million even though they got it for free. That's all the organs, eyes, muscles, everything. I've heard that they kidnap our brothers and sisters and put them in a room extra hot so that when they die, if they immediately, yeah, my uncle worked at I told y'all my uncle owned a mortuary. You said they have that illustrated in several medical shows and in Evil This. My uncle owned a mortuary. I told y'all one of my first cousins is a mortician right now. When I be telling y'all it be a lot of stuff and I just be like, I done been around a lot of people. A lot. All different kinds of people. That's why I be like, you just don't know. That's all. That's why you think I'm a crazy conspiracy theorist, because you only talk to people that's doing what you doing. But baby, I be all it. So what is happening over here? What y'all doing? Well, what is this? Well, what do you use this for? I've always been that type of person. Well, what is this tool used for? Well, what is this for? Well, what is that for? Like, I've always been like, I was the why, and can you tell me what this is, kid? And even my uncles, I used to ask him a lot of questions about being a mortician because he was a fireman too. So he had to save a lot of lives and different things, running houses and, pull people out and give people mouth to mouth and all of this. He saw burned bodies and everything. My brother wasn't cold 2 hours and they called for his whole body. I'm trying to tell you. Data collect. Listen, because I never know who going to need it. Like this whole amputation thing, Auntie just said, boom, I might know somebody. It might come up in my life around here. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, come on with that paper. What paper? The one that's like you can't take nothing from my body and use it for science. Come on with that. It need to be burned up. Thank you. Send it back to its creator. Thanks. So am I against people that need organ transplants? No. My 22-year-old daughter is getting ready to give one of my best friends one. She's giving him her kidney. Absolutely not. But you don't get to choose that for me. And if you have this kind of skin, they automatically don't save you, is what I'm telling you. Are you listening? So then you're not going to give my 18 or 19-year-old son or daughter a chance at living because they skin color and our organs got more melanin and so they can squeeze them out and make all of these medical products and stuff. I don't know if you know, but melanin is worth more than gold. It is a lot more. And it's a lot of that in our organs and stuff. The darker. And if you see, most times, not all the time, but a lot of times, it is a very dark person that is unalive. That's not for no reason. My son was just talking about Naruto today. Did that answer your question, Eric? Literally in the last month, my daughter told somebody she's going to give him one of her kidneys. So, no, I'm not. But you don't get to take my baby life because of old, raggedy, got money. Just keep putting stuff up his nose and having heart attacks. And so then you just going to be taking young men's lives from them and stopping their life after you didn't live 17 on a black heart or black lungs or use black. No. It's not okay. There are young black people that never got to see their own children because somebody that's wealthy and born without melanin needed an organ and we matched in blood type. They already know. That's why they be having people, they put the blood banks and the plasma centers in certain neighborhoods. They're not just checking your plasma to see if you can donate plasma. They do a whole workup on you so that way they already know where the organs is going to come from. And most times, it's a lot of people that are down on their luck that most people wouldn't miss. So they know what they're doing. Yeah. An ounce of gold is priced at $1,315, while an ounce of melanin is worth 10,206. And they keep trying to tell us that we not worth nothing. We are lazy. We don't gotta do nothing. We walk in money, nigga. How many ounces? Okay, now let's do this math again. This is how we know that a black body, they worth even more now. Because we did this math a while ago. And if an ounce, oh my God, how many ounces is in 180 pounds? Do the math. Oh my God, where's my phone? Did it die? Oh, I got 50%. Thank you, Day. Who ain't worth nothing? We the most valuable things on the planet. What? Who ain't worth nothing? You know what? How many ounces in 180 pounds?
180 pounds is equal to 2,880 ounces. To convert from pounds to ounces.
Oh my God.
Mass by 16.
Okay, so hold on. 2,800 ounces. Oh my God. Times. Wait, 2,800 times. You said 10,000. $262. Oh my God, 262. Y'all probably didn't already did the math. That's fine. $30 million. It used to be 26. It used to be between 36 and yeah, about 32 to 36 million dollars for, wow. So every 180-pound black man, 31 million, is dead. Dead is worth, if he's at least 180 pounds, he is worth $31 million to the medical and beauty community. $31 million. This is why they would rather have us dead than alive, because we are worth more dead to them than alive. You said, so what you're saying is we cost more with the profession, with the procession of time. Yeah. No, just like how much you weigh. But we had this class already. When we did this the first time, when the people was like, oh, I'm not listening to a white Jesus and all this old crazy stuff, I said, God, okay. Let's go back to the bottom. We'll just start here at Adam and Eve, and we're going to work our way up. We're gonna work our way up. But yeah, the more, and if their body is lean and fit, it's a look. I'm not trying to be funny, but most of the people that they unalive, they're not heavy. Like, they are very fit people. And the police beat a vampire. Okay, so you remember in Blade when they had the police that was working for the vampires, and they needed the blood and the organs of the people? That's real. That is a real thing. It's been happening for centuries. The darker, the more it's worth. Here we go. And the more. So my fat cousin Junebug is 347 pounds. He's a cripple, buddy. You know what? I am done. Yes. 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 But this is the thing. If you work out, different things like that, if your muscle tone is a certain way, all of that makes us, you know what I mean? Because they have to get through the fat. Does that make sense? They have to get through all of that. And I'm not talking about nobody. I'm just saying, because the organs and the stuff that they want to liquefy or to make into a powder or whatever else it is, because you got to think about it. With obesity comes certain issues, right? Not saying that small people don't have issues, because they have everything too. I'm just saying there's a specific type of body they be looking for. Now, if they just need the skin and different things for, exactly. Get Out is a documentary. Get Out is a documentary. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know that? Get Out is a documentary. All of the movies. Y'all thought Mr. Burns getting the black hearts was a joke, right? Y'all know that's really, oh boy. He didn't have 5 black people hearts. I think he might be dead now, but oh, the rich old man that looked like Mr. Burns, I cannot think of his name right now, that was a part of the Bilderberg group and all of that. Rothschild, Mr. Rothschild. He didn't have 5 black people hearts. 5. Young black folks too. I don't think they was older. Where you just meeting random black people giving you their hearts, and other people be on lists for like 10, 15 years. They dying on lists, and you keep getting the top ones because he can buy them. They pay people to unalive people. They find a match, go through they have access to these data banks and the blood banks and all of this. That happened in South Carolina, get out in Georgia, and also Tennessee. Oh. Y'all don't see it happen in Hollywood and in the music industry? Some of that is not just embarrassment rituals. Some of that is they didn't put Bruce Springsteen's body or somebody into a person that don't normally dress grunge and wouldn't normally be doing rock and roll. Pay attention. And they'll tell you who they look up to or who they're embodying. They tell you who in their body. Hello. Yes, they hire within that profession and pay them well to get it. I'm trying to tell you. But think about this. Channeling their inner Marilyn Monroe and my inner this person. These people have all gone on. So anytime you channel a person's spirit, what is possession? And possessed people start to act differently from the way they did at first. People don't even recognize them. Do you know any people like that? You're summoning. Exactly. It's got to go somewhere. It ain't just, it's not going to keep doing favors for you. It's going to want a home. It's going to want something in return. Like to inhabit your body for a couple of hours. And then it start being a long time where you knocked out in the back of your brain. And this spirit is running through your life. Hello. Yeah, wreaking havoc with your family and everything. So, to all of my melanated folks, quit lying. Quit letting these folks lie to you and tell you that you're not valuable. The next time somebody call you a nigga, say no, $36 million worth of nigga. And just walk off. I'm worth 36 million. Sir, ma'am. Dead or alive. Yeah. What? Oh, okay. Look it up. The next time they try to call you a racial slur, hit them with that. At least I'm valuable. Valuable to who? Your face cream and your sunblock and your cell phone, your computer. Oh, that little digital watch you got? Yeah, that's me in there, homie. Melanin runs everything around you, not money. Oh, okay. Never mind. Walk off. And just walk off. I told y'all this before. I used to tell folks, how dare you talk to your mama like that? Listen, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Don't talk to your mama like that. What do you mean? You're not my mother. I have the Eve gene, ma'am or sir. Yes. Do not talk to your mother like that. You want me to pull out my belt and whoop you? You learn a lot of stuff here. The people that have the blue-black skin like this, why do you think there's always war in their area? On the richest continent on the planet. The Sudanese, and South Africans. Okay? Hello? How much you think they worth? The ones that the skin is so pretty when the light hit it, it reflects blues, purples, and pinks. Not red undertones and all. No, no, no. Their skin shimmers like a mermaid's naturally. How much you think they were? He said, I wish I could have learned this information in school. Instead, this is why they encourage black folks to bleach their skin. You devalue yourself when you do so. Even though your organs still have melanin, right? Your skin is the largest basically organ on your body. So the moment you start taking, you say, yes, so beautiful, I seen a guy on TikTok. His skin is so, okay. So think about that. The moment that you lighten your skin, your value has literally, not just like figuratively speaking, literally your value has gone down. And this is why they are encouraging Africans to bleach their skin. They know it's going to be harmful for them. Okay? And they're going to have problems that they didn't have in their bodies before, because now that skin can't ward off the radiation and turn it into energy. Well, guess what happens? They start to get sick, and before they get sick, they go get them. It's still some melanin in them organs. Hello. It's a setup. Just like relaxers. They need those wombs. And they know if they put lye on your scalp that it's going to bleed into your systems in your body. Everything. Well, if I need a womb, I can make this chemical that I know is going to cause a tumor on this specific place, because this is what the chemists and this is what they do over there. They know how it affects tissue and this, that, and the other. Okay, so if I put this chemical on her head, it's going to affect this part of her brain, which is going to cause these things to be out of whack, because we need this uterus. We need it. We need her fallopian tubes. We need this, because they tell us they destroy that stuff, but they don't. They do not. Because everything that they testing on ain't inside the person. I said that's why they came up with relaxers and Jerry curls for us. Yeah. Yeah, in real life. I learned that in beauty school, that cosmetology school, that women's brains, when they was giving them autopsies, were green from the amount of lye that has seeped into their bloodstream and stuff. Green brains, green. Is that why more black women are prone to fibroids? Yes, it's microdosing. It is. And think about it. People start putting relaxers in their daughter's hair at 4 or 5 years old. So this is why by 12 and 13, even if that young lady is not active, there's already cancerous cells growing in her uterus. You said, yep, that's witchy behavior. It is. It is. Mm-hmm. Chemistry comes from Kemet. Well, not all of it, because it was chemistry prior to that, but Yeah. That's why when I found that I had fibroids in my uterus, the first thing the doctor said was surgery. Of course. I used to be an animal lab technician for years. I'm trying to tell you. It's real. It's real. And people don't believe it, but it's, again, the witches always handed somebody some type of substance, cream, lotion, drink, powder. And even though they got their desired result, right? Necropsy will show you some things. I'm trying to tell you, Angel, they took mine. Uh-oh, they said they lost it. Interesting. So, witches gave you something that gave you a desired result, right? But then it started to change your molecular structure, your bone structure, the way that you think. You can't eat now. Now your fingernails are popping off. Is this not what used to happen when a witch, either you pissed a witch off or you got something from a witch and whatever happened? Is this not what used to happen? Right? Ain't that what used to happen? Or no? Start growing a tail. Nigga turn into an animal. Oh, okay. Tell me the medical definition of a person that thinks they're an animal. What's the name of the medical condition? I had 11 fibroid tumors removed back in 2018. They wanted to give me a hysterectomy, but that Caucasian woman that had several larger tumors, they were offering her surgery to remove. I went off. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Amen. Stop the race from growing. I told y'all, auntie. My aunt, like a lot of my aunties and stuff, they had hysterectomies before they was even like 20 years old. Back in the 70s and early 80s, they was hitting them. Even if they only had one or two kids, they was telling them that they uteruses wasn't no good, and they was snatching them out. That's when they started talking to my mom when I was younger about we gonna have to. She said y'all not doing none of that. She already knew what was up because they did it to her sisters and stuff. A lycanthropy. That's what it. No. Oh, where they think they're an animal. That's what it's called. Where they think. I mean, any type of animal. Is is that what it's called? Interesting. So even if they think they're a bird, it's lycanthropy. Even if they think they're a bird, like all of these fluffies, people that are fluffies. Interesting. Lichen. Interesting. Snakes hiding in plain sight in scrubs and white coats. Not all, but a lot of them. Nephew. Well, hell, it's a witch symbol on the damn hospital. How many hospitals did we go through and look at, and all of their symbols is witch is the symbol from Charmed, or something, or their name is the name of a witch coven. There was somebody in the Bible named Ashkenaz, right? When I questioned why the difference in treatment, they said you're at higher risk. So a hysterectomy is recommended. I said, keep your recommendation going to a different doctor. This part, auntie, I wish I knew this. I would have never agreed to a hysterectomy. Yes. Ascension Hospital. Okay. They literally tell you who they are on the outside of the hospital and on the inside of the hospital. But if you don't know the signs and symbols, a lot of Catholic hospitals are named after covens. And they have their coven symbol on the symbol outside. And you wonder why they want organs, tissue, and to play around with your body and your brain. Or the halo and cross depiction behind Jesus' head is a zodiac medicine wheel. Here we go. They literally tell you what's up. Theanthropy is the experience of identifying as a non-human animal. We did look this up. Either partially or wholly on a non-physical level. Interesting. So theanthropy and lycanthropy. Interesting. It's not a choice or a form of role play, but rather an inherent feeling of a connection to an animal deity. Like your ancestors? How many of you? Exactly. Exactly, nephew. Think about this. How many of you watch the stories on TikTok where the people in the islands were saying that their like the one girl said, Nebuchadnezzar, come on. The one girl said when she was in Jamaica one time, it was something going on with the chickens and she wasn't supposed to be up, and she saw her granddaddy take off running and he turned into a werewolf and went out there. Do y'all remember? And then that's when all the stories like from Blizzy and different people from Africa and the islands and stuff, they start talking about what they've seen and how people shapeshifted into old beings that people said aren't real. The Haitians talk about it a lot on Twilight, right? The one girl was talking about, it was the old lady next door that had turned herself into an owl and she was talking to them, and her mama went and did something, and the next day they went over there in that lady's house and she was in there dead, but she was transforming into an owl. Y'all remember? We watched all of these videos together. They changed the name of my hospital, just looked it up. The new name is Flame Hero. Are you serious? Like the devil? That's the only flame hero I know. It says uploaded to your videos. What is? The new name means flame hero. Oh, the new name means flame hero. Interesting. So when the family members are werewolves, does it skip generations? I don't know how that works. I have no idea. Don't even make me lie to you. I don't know. I have no idea. If they turn into owls and witches, I don't know. But we still got people being born. Go look up the stats and see how many people was born with tails still. How many vestigial tails they have to cut off humans a year around the world. You hear me? I almost died in that hospital 3 times after my surgery. Thank you, Dad, for keeping me. This part, Auntie. You didn't read He Came to Set the Captives Free. You know what they be doing. And where's the book? Right in my face. Let's go back here to when she was in the hospital. She was in the hospital. Okay. Hold on, because I'm trying to... Okay. Because this, both of these is pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to read this and then we're going to go to when she was in the hospital. So it says, as we learned about human spirits, I began to get to know many of the witches and warlocks of the area, as various ones of them came into Elaine with her spirit body, with their spirit body to try to kill both of us. One of the most troublesome of them was codenamed David, the high priest of the large and and powerful coven in the city in which we lived. He was a physician at the hospital where I was training, which is Bob Memorial Hospital. And he told me that he had sworn to kill me at any cost. The human spirits were much more difficult to fight than the demons, as they had no respect at all for God. I was reminded of James 2:19, even the devils believe and tremble. Right? It says, no matter how desperate the battle, the Lord always gave me the physical strength I needed. As we read and learned, the Lord began steadily impressing upon me that Elaine must give up entirely all of her ability to control her spirit body with her soul. He revealed to me that she had been using it to fight with all along. At last, I began to understand what had been going on during her time as a patient at the hospital. She and the nurses had been having witchcraft duels under my nose, and I hadn't known it. The pieces of the puzzle began to fit together. No wonder the nurses had all been so hostile. Elaine had been winning every time. It was then that Elaine faced one of the severest tests of her commitment to Christ. The conscious control of her own spirit body not only permitted her to use it, but she was also able to see and communicate with the spirit world whenever she wanted. This, of course, permitted her to see by her spirit whenever an attack was coming. At the Lord's guidance, I told her that I thought that the only way the doorway for human spirits could be closed was for her to ask the Lord to take away all of her power and abilities of witchcraft and the control of her spirit body. To take it all away so completely that even if she were to rebel and decide to use it again, that she would be unable to do so. What you think about that? That's page 119 in your book. Hello. I remember having this one nurse that smelled like something that was unbearable. No one else could seem to smell. I said I didn't want him near me. Change my nurse now. This. Listen. Interesting. So remember what I just told y'all about the stars casting their spirit into another person? And this is why old boy be saying such and such is really Whitney Houston, and this person is really this person. Do you see how that could happen? Chucky. is a prime example of how a person can be dying and cast their spirit into something else, but then they have to keep inhabiting things in order to stay alive. Hello. True human tales are exceptionally rare, with fewer than 40 cases reported cases in medical literature, according to the National Institutes of Health. Reported cases is the key word in there. They be playing. Reported, because they don't report how many of them fingers they cut off either. And we didn't have several people in our class that say, yep, nope, I went to school with somebody that had a tail, and it's been more than 40 folks. So you know for a fact the reported cases is the key word in there. Because then that proves, wait a minute, hold on, why is niggas being born with tails still? And some people said they grew back. They cut them off, but they grew back. That part, I didn't think it was funny that they called them true tails. Oh. Oh. True human tails. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ain't that crazy? They've been playing in our face the whole time. With X-Men. And that blue thing and the red one. What's his name? The angel son that was born with the tail. If you look at him and look back at Arabic demons, he looks exactly like them. If you go look at flying Arabic jinns, I don't know exactly the name of them. Go look at them. They look just like that man from the blue one with all of the angelic markings on him. You said a live human brontosaurus. Nightcrawler. If you go look at Nightcrawler and go look at Arabic demons, right? How they in Hellboy. Yep. You said the movie Nights, a Female Dog, is about a woman changing into a dog. She finds out it's from previous generations. This part. You said Goku had a tail in Dragon Ball Z. That just made the hair on my body stand up. We must be on to something. Look, I got chills. I don't know if y'all can see. That's crazy. I think we might. Let me go get my robe. I need to. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to make me another cup of coffee, too, because this one was made with chocolate creamer, and it is gross. Sorry, y'all. I done knocked my dang pens down, too. So, I just forgot what I was about to say. They got everything to do with these genes. He'll bring it back. Thank you, Dad. I was going to say something about this genetic stuff, and I can't remember what it is now. Interesting. Did anyone watch Ironheart? The angelic language and the symbols they put in the last episode. Ironheart, the show? Ironheart, the movie? Or the show? Sean. Is Ironheart... Wait a minute, that's the Black Girl Marvel show? That's not Ironheart, the movie with the white guy, right? Okay. Okay, I haven't even watched it. Maybe I'll do that today. Okay. I haven't watched it. They always have. With the most magical place on earth. Nephew, they never lied to y'all. No, not Iron Man. There's a movie called Ironheart with I think it was called Ironheart. It was, because it was a white dude in it. Not this one. It was like from the 90s or the early 2000s. And it was a white... What is that white man's name? 90s movie. No, it was not the karate movie. Maybe it was the early 2000s. But it was kind of like it was like not Robert, is his name Robert Downey Jr.? Not Robert Downey Jr., but his son. I think he played in a movie called like Ironheart or something. Is that the one where that's her. But it was another movie called like Ironheart or something like that. He was like an adventure dude, almost like what is that man's name? Indiana Jones. Wasn't that movie called Ironheart? And it was like Robert Downey Jr. or somebody was in that movie. It was an old like Indiana Jones type movie. Wasn't the name of that movie Ironheart too? I can't think of... I think his name is Robert Downey Jr. Not Robert Downey Jr. So then, no. What is the name of that movie? What is the man's name? Now I'm going to be looking for it. I know Indiana Jones was Harrison Ford. You said the very first movie was... Okay, that's not it. It was almost like The Librarians. It was called Iron something. I'm going to find it. It was like a kid's movie, but it wasn't this superhero stuff. It was like... Was it called Dragon? I don't think it was called Dragonheart. Let me look that up. It wasn't called Dragonheart either, I don't think. No. No, that's not it. I'll find it. It might take me a minute because I feel like I bought that movie for my kids. And he was like an adventurer type dude. It wasn't none of these. It was almost like The Librarians, like Journey to the Center of the Earth type movie like that. I'll find it. And I feel like it was it Iron Fist? I thought it was Iron Heart, y'all. It was something hard. And I want to say the man had on, like, in the movie, he had on, like, an Indiana Jones bag. I figured it out. Because I feel like I bought that for my kids. Not Franco Hart. No. I'm going to remember. I remember, and I want to say it came out, like, mid-90s. Or, no, it was a real... No, it's not Braveheart. Mm-mm. It was a real movie. It was like the Librarians, like that type of vibe of the movie, like Indiana Jones type, whatever adventure type movie. And it was a guy. I cannot remember that man. It's like I can see his face, but I can't remember his name. That's gonna bug me too now. Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy. Cause it wasn't a superhero movie, and I feel like it was called like Ironheart or something like that. Listen, not the Iron Giant. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. Cause I want to say my nieces watched it too. It might not have been. It was Iron something, but it has something to do with a heart. Maybe it wasn't Iron Heart, but it was something heart, and it was like a kid Indiana Jones movie. I don't know. Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy now. Give me a second. It was like a Disney movie. Y'all, it's like I could see this movie. Cause I want to say it was one of the movies that used to be at like Dollar General that they were selling because it was an older one. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. It wasn't Iron Giant. It was a real movie, like a real like people. Listen, cause it's getting to me now. I want to say my nieces and nephews used to watch it, or my kids, and I can't think of the name of that movie. But I wanna believe that it was already an Iron. Listen, I'll figure it out. All I remember is that it was like a little kid Indiana Jones movie. That's all I can remember about the man, and he had like a bag on and all of this. I don't know. I remember though. I will remember, and it wasn't a cartoon. It was a real movie, like a real. It was like an adventure movie. That's gonna drive me just a little bit. Maybe it wasn't called Iron Heart, but it has something to do with heart. But I feel like it was already Iron Heart. Leave it, Circa. I figure it out. Y'all gonna make me go through my old movies or call my kids in the morning tomorrow and have them go through that movies I sent with them. Cause what is the freaking name of that movie? Y'all got me wanting to go on the hunt now. For real. Cause I did keep some of them kid movies for them kids. And that seems like one of them that I might have kept. There's the Indiana Jones. Y'all give me a minute. I cannot think of. And of course, I sent the dang, what's the names with them. I'ma leave it, but I'ma call them kids tomorrow. I'ma leave it. Cause I'll be in wasted time here looking. But I know it was a movie called like, I don't know. Something with the heart, and I wanted to say it was already Iron, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But I'm gonna look and I'm gonna call them kids tomorrow and see if they remember. Cause I can't. No, not Iron Sky. It was like a young Indiana Jones. Yeah, it's all right. It will come back. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna keep messing with it. Let me go get my coffee. But when it comes to me, I will remind y'all. And it might not have been. It might not have been that. But I feel like it was. Y'all pray for my memory. Cause I used to be able to rattle this stuff off. And now I cannot. I'm getting old. I'm getting old. That's making me sad. You heard me? I'm getting old because just crazy stuff be. It's like I don't know. It's like I can see it. And it ain't even just with this. Y'all see it's happening every day. It's really, really crazy how my memory is spotty. But it's like I can see, like, I don't know if it's the cover or whatever. And even in my songs and stuff like that, like, I be trying to remember the name of the damn song and can't remember. I'm only 45. I don't need that to be a thing. You hear me? I don't want that to be a thing. So you too? Okay, so do y'all think it's our devices? Because I really do be in a brain fog. And it seems like it's ramping up. Simple things. I be like, me and Queen be like that. Was just about to say something. Yes. I thought it was just my menopause. I need a heavy metal detox. Okay. Cause I'm like, what the heck? And I'm serious. Even with my kids, they be like, Mom, I don't know what's going on. I get up to go to the kitchen and forget, yep. Y'all see how many times I've been doing it lately. Okay. Interesting. So it's not just me then. I want to see something. Tomorrow when y'all get up, can you ride down your street or like 2 streets in your neighborhood or even in your apartment complex, wherever you live, and see how many 5G boxes are close to you? Like the 5G towers, I know some of them hidden at like trees and stuff, but even just the receptors that are on the way, the little transistors that are on the way, check and see how many of those are in your area. Because they putting up more and more so that the range don't have to go so far. Well, remember I told it's 3 near you. You said I can tell you right now I have 5 blocks, and within 5 blocks I have 3. Okay. And then you got to think, with our Wi-Fi boxes, it's emitting that even, you know what I'm saying? It's taking it from the bigger and in everybody has a Wi-Fi box in their house now. Very few people don't have internet. I be asking my son, what's the word I'm looking for? He be looking at me like, you old, bruh. Exactly. My kids too. Like, Mom, your memory, girl, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about, though. They are all over the west side. You can't turn a corner without seeing one. Interesting. I saw a documentary that a lot of people that caught the COVID have memory issues. Interesting. I believe that. I believe that's a part of it, too. They look like all different kind of stuff in different areas. You just have to go online and look them up. Interesting. It's more because they have the tower right next to us, right? Right. That's what I'm saying. Because it's receiving from that big box that you see or whatever, they be the trees or whatever. It's receiving from there. Then it breaks down into those little transmitters, and then that's what sends the signal to your house. But you got to think, everybody in your building is emitting these waves. And most people have the highest high-speed internet and all of this, which is putting out even more, right? And then with the so many things being plugged in, like pretty much every plug in my house. I wonder how I would feel if I unplugged everything at night in my house, except for my refrigerator and stove, but took all the plugs out, the plug-ins, because it's even a minute. Like, I don't know if you've ever done it, but if you put your ear next to a plug, you can hear the electricity buzzing. You can hear it buzzing. So that buzzing is going into our subconscious, but every room we go into is extra plugs on plugs. We got these big old things that are Wi-Fi chargers, because I got one right here. I can charge my phone on the top of this, but it's got like 20 plugs in it, things to plug in. I don't know about y'all, but I got a power strip right next to my bed. I keep my blow dryer plugged in there, my massager is plugged in there, and both my either phone or iPad is in there. And those are all plugged up. And Alicia is the one that told me that emits something waves or whatever just from that block being like close to your bed. And the face, we sleep with our phones in the bed with us, charged in the bed with us. This, and the fact that right. And your nightlight, right. She had talked about our bodies move away from whatever that electromagnetic, whatever it is. Like, and I find myself when I wake up in the morning, like a lot of times when I'm asleep, I have moved my iPad to the other side of the bed or flattened it and pushed it down in my sleep. Like, I'll know, like, it's crazy, but wherever you lay your phone at, see if you be moving like back away from it while you sleep, or if you sleep with your iPad or whatever. Barium and aluminum, but all being sprayed in the air, into the air through chemtrails. Barium and aluminum, but all it really. You with your laptop, okay? So subconsciously, our body knows we're not supposed to be. And then they spraying all barium and aluminum. Interesting. Me too. I do that with my phone. I stick it under the pillow. After the surgery, my memory has been poor. The anesthesiast said my memories will return slowly, but some things will trigger memories. Now I'm still rolling my eyes. No one mentioned that prior. Interesting. Facts, I do this every night. I put mine on airplane mode and it will push it away from me. Okay, y'all, here we go. We got video games in our room, TVs that are picking up these Wi-Fi signals. Everything is like we living in Meet the Robinsons. Just in this room right now is 3 iPads, the Wi-Fi box, right? And then this big old plug thing. But that big old plug thing is plugged into a big old thing back there. The safest wall in this room might be this one. In my house, because pretty much every room in my house has, all the plugs are filled up with something. With a cord connected to another cord, connected to another cord. Because we got so many devices. Sometimes I turn the phone off, but it will come on by itself without a notification. Dude, they be on that weird stuff. I'm telling you. Yeah, it's real crazy with these devices. So that might be it. But you know what? That's also why I've been trying to limit the amount that I'm carrying devices. Because when I first started this, I've always normally had my computer or a tablet and my phone, right? But now I normally have 3 devices on me at all times. That can't be good. Because I got my 2 phones. Then I come in here. Both of these are on. I got both of my phones. Both of my iPads right here. Then I have the red one that I'm using. And I'm using my phone. Plus I'll have my other phone in here. That's 5 devices, 6 devices? All in one space. Constant brain fog over here. I write everything down and force myself to remember stuff. I'm telling you, I won't move on until I remember this, auntie. This is why when the power goes out, my atmosphere feels different, more calm. Yes, yes. I put the phone at the foot of my bed. That's where your plug is. Interesting. If I do sleep with mine close to me, I wake up with a really bad headache or have bad sleep. This. And the nights I put that lavender on, you hear me? I will turn that TV off. The iPad, everything be pushed away from me. So, maybe this is what we need to be doing. It's the subconscious noises and brainwave. But think about it. Because, okay, y'all ever been doing this? If you lay in your bed with your iPad like I do, right? Has it ever been off and as soon as you roll over, it lights up? It was dark screen when you rolled over, but it's as soon as you open your eyes, your iPad will click on. But you sleep. Everything is emitting frequencies. Okay. So I'm not, because I said, wait a minute. I've rolled over and my iPad is dark. And as soon as I open my eyes, it'll click on. Okay. Oh, okay. I try to put both of mine on the floor with my laptop. Listen. Okay. I noticed that when I first got my iPad. I said, that's crazy. But it was doing it with my phone, too. You roll over, and it's your phone knows that you're stirring. And I don't have that sleep, this and that on there or nothing. You said it feels your frequency. Something got to be going on. Because even if it's flat, if I roll over and kind of peek at it, it'll light up. How do you know I'm doing that? And it's dark in this room. You see what I'm saying? I've rolled over several times and all my iPad will just light up. I'm like, what the heck? So now I have to keep it closed. All of our electronic devices are watching and recording our actions. I believe it, Mr. Avery. because I sleep in a dark room. I mean, I have my little fan on that has emits a blue light, but other than that, my room is dark. It listens to your breathing patterns and vibrations. And Bill Gates once said that he covers his camera on his device because they're always watching. That's where the Google patent came in at, being able to extract energy from humans. Interesting. I face both phones face to face. Interesting. Interested, y'all. We have some of the most amazing classes. Y'all know that, right? And so this is why now Apple is about to be taking people's brainwaves through their AirPods. That means Samsung already been doing it and they just didn't say nothing. If Apple is already doing it, Samsung been doing it. They just didn't say nothing. Crazy, right? For real. You said that's why you never got an iPhone? Yeah, but I'm telling you, Samsung already been doing it. Let's talk about that. Echo, Siri, and Alexa. Can you go to the Testament of Solomon and tell me who was formed out of the Echo and what her character was? And then remember what happened in Supernatural. Tell me which spirit that Solomon talked to was called forth out of the echo, out of the dark space, out of the air. Remember? I ain't gonna tell you. Just go find it. Okay? And then okay. Siri, we know where that comes from. Uh-oh. And then Alexa, it's a reason they use those names, and you're calling them, you're summoning them every time you ask them a question. What y'all find? Y'all find her? I mean, them. And then we gonna go to bed. Well, I gotta call my son back. Onos Kalis. So could we be conjuring Onos Kalis every time we call the echo? And her sisters. If these are the children of the angels, you said echo of Mazriel. Okay. Okay. If these are the children of the angels, and they say AI is angel technology, and the fallen angels' children like Lilith and different people speak through these devices, what y'all think? Who's crafting? Do y'all realize that these are spirit boxes? Dybbuk boxes. These allow us to interact with the spiritual realm. Ain't that a Dybbuk box? Ain't that what a Dybbuk box is? A spirit box? It allows you to commune with the spirit. So we walking around with Dybbuk boxes in our hand. And most of the apps we use are named after a fallen angel or their symbol is on it. It allows us to call people we can't see. It allows us to find any information we want about whatever we want. Ain't that what spirits do? They go find old ancient things and give people the hidden information. She is also linked to the Hebrew spirit Bathkal and the Greek spirit Hermes. Interesting. You said Orneus too? Interesting. And summoning them every time we call Siri, Alexa, and so forth. This. Hey, demon, give me an answer. Hey, demon, give me an answer. Hey, demon, give me an answer. Hey, demon, call my mom. Hey, demon, call my son. Hey, demon, call my husband. Do y'all remember in the scary movies when the demon would use the phone to keep calling a person, and they would use the voice of somebody that person knew to trick them to get over to their house or to torture them? And the person would say, I never called you. And they said, you did. You told me such and such. They said, I never called you. Now we have people that will call you to get you to say hello, to steal your voice and use it. And AI is helping them mimic you. You said scary movie? Okay. Is that not what the demons do? The demons steal your voice, Ariel, and then use it to trick people into thinking that they're you. They showed us in Disney. And now, scammers are you. Come on, deep fakes. Come on. Illusion magic. Like the Terminator. Like when you see the ads and it sound like Oprah and they're selling all this stuff and it's Oprah's voice, but you can tell that they used it through a computer generated thing, an AI thing to get her to sell all this stuff that we know Oprah ain't selling. But it's her voice. Bath call is described as the voice that can be heard by individuals or groups, often conveying messages or guidance. Interesting. like spirit guides. My mom got a call and said it was me. She said it sounded exactly like me. She thought I was pranking her. Interesting. People literally have these things running their lives. Oh, okay. Ruining their lives. Okay. Yes, because my aunt told me I called her and asked for some money. Interesting. Mimicking spirits have made their way into technology. AI. But hold on. Is not shape shifting and changing their voice and appearance, is that not what angels are able to do? So is that angel technology? Angels are able to change their voice, the way that they look, everything. Hello. Do y'all think it's a coincidence that Google's new thing is called Gemini? Hmm. Are we not seeing two-faced um, leadership right now? They say one thing, but they're really doing another thing. See, Auntie, on Ironheart, they show how they use the angelic language into. Wait a minute. Into her heart, in her heart suit, and gave him more power. Interesting. Two faces into her power suit. Got it. You know what, y'all? I think that movie was called Inkheart. It was. Sorry, y'all. The movie was called. Thank you, Dad. It was called Inkheart. He brought it to me. I knew he would do it. And is this Robert Downey Jr.? Brendan Fraser. That's his name. Inkheart. Listen, I'm like, I know it's called Inkheart. Inkheart. That's the name of the movie. This. Sorry, y'all. I was like, it was called Inkheart. Not what is it? Ironheart. It was called Inkheart. I'm like, I know it was called Inkheart. And he's like, and y'all seen that movie? That's the name of it. Thank you, Dad. I'm like, I know it was called Inkheart. Okay, I feel better. It's a good movie, and I think you can watch it with kids. It's a kid movie. It's called Inkheart. That's what it's called. It was so you have seen it. Oh, the kids will love it. It's a good movie. I'm like, it was like a they was on an adventure, and yeah, it's called Inkheart. Thank you, Dad. That's what it's called, Inkheart, not Ironheart. You have it right. That's what I'm saying. I know. I just sent it to my grandkids. I'm like, I just seen it. It wasn't Ironheart. It was Inkheart. Yeah, my grandkids have a copy of that movie right now. I told you I was gonna call them kids, but God brought it back to me. It was close. Oh yeah, it's like the magicians and the librarians. I wish I could watch movies live and hear and pause and chat during the movies. Yeah, that'd be too much. Mm-mm. We would never get through a movie. Do you see how we take one topic and be gone for 2 hours? It wouldn't work. Mm-mm. Okay. Let me call my son, y'all. He said he wanted to read tonight, so I'm gonna go have. We would never get through. Yes, they was inside the. Don't tell the movie, girl. Now, Rika, give me your underarm. I'm ready whenever you are. I love you too, Michael. Whenever you put it up here, I'm ready. Come on. There you go. All right. Don't do that no more. She's. I'm sorry. Right. Listen. No, I want them to go watch it. Listen. Yes, but I'm about to go have Bible study with y'all nephew. Hopefully for only no more than 2 hours. And then I can get in the bed. Because it's only 10 o'clock where he at. Listen. A good movie to watch with the kids. Definitely. Good movie to watch with the kids. And your husband or wife or whoever. You know. Especially the way we be looking for stuff. I love y'all. See y'all tomorrow, Lord's will. If God let me wake up tomorrow, which I hope he do, then I will see y'all tomorrow. Or later on today, actually. She said, get her. I'll see y'all in the morning. Unless I be up and can't go back to sleep, then I'll come back over here. We'll see. I'll see y'all later.